There was a day I opened my cupboard and I just stared, not because I was overwhelmed because of the clothes, but I was concerned about the weight. And when I say weight, it's not just physical. I was thinking about the emotional weight that it carried. I was just looking at the clothes which are not fitting me anymore. The clothes that were worn in the seasons long gone. And of course, some of the gifts that even I did not even open just because of guilt. And then something inside me whispered and said, "You don't have to carry it all." In this scenario, we can completely understand the relation between the physical clutter and the emotional clutter that we go through. And we need to understand one simple concept that when we do a physical declutter, it directly helps us in decluttering ourselves on an emotional level too. Because when I was thinking of decluttering all those clothes that I saw in the cupboard, back of my mind, there were also certain emotional clutter that were asking me, the answers. When are you going to declutter me now? So, as you can see in this particular scenario, we can clearly understand the relation between the two. Namaste and welcome to today's episode of the Holistic Homemaker podcast. And in today's video, I will be taking you through a journey called the decluttering of the soul. And as the title itself suggests, it's about, not just on a physical level, it's going to be something that we are going to understand on an emotional level too. Because when we talk about declutter, the only thing that gets into our mind is something that, I'm clearing out the drawers, I'm cleaning my wardrobe. That's it. These are the things that come to our mind. We never think about the deeper layers of the concept of decluttering, and in today's video I'm going to do just that. Let's explore what is it behind the physical decluttering that we do as homemakers. I'm sure as homemakers, we might have scrolled down so many videos and watched so many videos upon decluttering. And when we watch such videos or when we come across the very term called decluttering, the only thing that strikes to our mind is to clean up the spaces. But in today's video, we are not going to talk just about that. We're going to talk something deeper than that. And when I say soulful decluttering, it also means how we can relate the physical clutter with the emotional clutter. So when I say clutter, it doesn't just mean on a physical level. Clutter means it's not just about the stuff. It's not just about the physical things or the physical, the object. And the term clutter talks a lot about decisions delayed, the silent burdens that we carry, and the stuck corners, the energy stuck in those corners where we do not look upon anymore. So when we declutter, it means we breathe differently, we feel differently, and yes, we live differently. And this is soulful decluttering. Initially, I took up the task of physical decluttering at home, and hardly did I know the spiritual significance of it. I would just go about in the house and clear the wardrobes, the drawers, and I used to feel very nice within. But I never questioned myself, how is it possible? Something that is, decluttered on the external level, how is it giving me the inner peace? I never questioned myself. I was just happy with the fact that yes, the task is completed and the space is wonderful and clean. That's about it. But as I got to know certain things, as I enriched my knowledge in this particular field, I started realizing that there is, of course, a relation between the physical, decluttering process and what happens in the background with our emotions. So nowadays, I am doing the physical declutter in a very mindful way. I would like to call it mindful, yes. So what I do is I first of all take up very small tasks. I don't overwhelm myself by taking up the decluttering of something very big on a single day. I will just I have intervals. I will take up small things and finish it step by step. So I'm not overwhelming myself. in the process, because my intention is to mindfully enjoy this particular process of decluttering. So what do? I take up something small, like maybe one drawer, and then when I do it, the process of decluttering, when I start it, I make sure that I light a candle, or I just make that space very peaceful for myself, maybe some soft music in the background. And what I do is I take each uh, thing that I want to declutter, I just take it and I question myself, do I really need it? Can I let go of it? And when I am sure that no, it is not serving me any longer, I just don't toss it away angrily, or I just don't put it in the bin. No, I'm not doing that anymore. What I do is I take that particular thing in my hand, and with a very soft thank you, with a sense of gratitude, I say that you have served me enough, but I do not need your service anymore. So I'm letting go of you. Maybe I will give it in charity or whatever, but I'll make sure that this entire process of physical decluttering is done by me in the most humble and mindful way, I would call it. So let us consider the physical decluttering as a process which will cleanse us from within. Let us understand the importance. Let's just not do it mechanically. Let's not just do it on a very physical level and not get the benefit out of it. Let's understand what's the benefit of decluttering anything physically around the house. Now let's come down to the deeper layer of decluttering on a soul level. When I say emotional decluttering, it means a lot of things that is involved in it. Sometimes we need to understand that we need to let go of many things that is bothering us, like the conversations that were never finished, the forgiveness that I never gave, and the expectations that I never met. All such things, you need to feel them. You need to understand that, yes, this happened. You need to acknowledge that there are certain clutters in your own mind, in your own emotions that you need to let go of. Feel it, understand, acknowledge it. And then just you need to ask one simple question to all these emotions: are you serving me anymore in a good way for my higher self? If the answer is a clear no, it's time you need to let go of it. Let go of it in a very gentle way. Don't hold any resentment or anger in your heart when you're letting go of such things. It can also be deleting of your phone contacts, some old photos which are not serving you any longer, or maybe on the contrary, they are trying to open up old wounds. Why do you want to have it? Declutter it. Just like you declutter your wardrobe, the old clothes you let go of just because you don't need them, the emotions behind those clothes are also gone along with the declutter. But when you sit down for an emotional declutter, make sure that you acknowledge that they are of no good to you and they don't serve you any longer, to serve you in a positive way, to make you feel better and make you feel comfortable and understand your higher self. If it is not serving you, it's time for you to let go of it. Any such emotion that you have to, acknowledge and understand, which is not serving you for your own good, then you need to declutter it. This is called the emotional declutter. And I highly recommend that this needs to be done maybe on a daily basis too, because we face so many things during the day. So when you're winding up your day, maybe at night, have this habit of, maintaining a journal. Just tell yourself what were the things that were not of any use during the day when it comes to emotions. Let go of it. Understand the importance of letting go of it. Many times we do not realize, and it just piles up in our heart, in our soul, and that piling up of emotions, the unnecessary emotions. It comes out in the form of our behavior, unreasonable behavior, something that we do not create peace with, right? So let's consciously declutter the emotions which are not serving us for our higher good. It's very important we need to realize this and go for an emotional declutter. As and how I'm gaining a deeper knowledge into all such a spiritual aspect of homemaking, I'm realizing that I need to, incorporate certain rituals in my routine. So, what I have lately, I have started a very sacred ritual when it comes to emotional declutter, preferably on a full moon day. What I do is I write down the things that are bothering me, that are making me question my own goals and intentions in life. So I basically jot it down in my journal, or basically I write it down on a full moon day, and then very peacefully, um, you know parallel to what I'm doing in the form of writing, I also take up something that is of no use on a physical level. Maybe it's an old journal, it can be dress, it can be any object which is of no use, and I just let go of it with complete respect and gratitude. And when I'm doing this on a physical level, I feel certain change and shift in my energy. I really experience it. And this has given me a kind of, a new perspective towards decluttering. So, yes, this is a new ritual that I have started, and it has really, kind of making me feel good from within, giving me that kind of peace. So, yeah, I highly recommend you come up with your own rituals. You come up with your own ideas as to how you can let go of certain emotional emotional clutters in your life, and that, according to me, is decluttering on a soul level. To wrap up today's episode, let me do some affirmations. Let us tell ourselves, I create space for peace. I let go of things that are no longer needed. And I trust that the space that is created is filled with grace. Just tell this to yourself. Make an affirmation today. And whenever you sit for any kind of physical decluttering, remember it is also being beneficial to you on an emotional level as well. Just be aware of this fact, which we do not realize, and the day we acknowledge it, the entire process of decluttering becomes a very peaceful process. And I wish and pray you experience that kind of peacefulness in your lives too. And yes, let me tell that our homes need not be perfect. Let it be a place where our soul is able to heal. And also, let us try and make our spaces clean, not just on a physical level, but on an energy level as well. And that will make us a successful homemaker. And this is my idea of a holistic homemaking. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you like such kind of contents, then please do consider to subscribe to my channel if you're new here. And if you're already a part of this community, then I really encourage you to engage yourself in the comments section below and build a community over there of all the beautiful homemakers and exchange good ideas. And please let me know in the comments below, what are you ready to let go of today, both on an emotional and a physical level. Until next time, I'm Vaishnavi, and I'm sending you love while you declutter your way back to home to yourself. That's all for today. Take care of yourselves and a happy homemaking.